Good morning, folks. Time is 7:20 a.m. on the 25th of March, 2025. Of course, that's the 26th for our friends on the other side of the planet there. Hello, Australia. Hello, Melbourne. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. You're that awesome person that helped me create this group. I made it. You made it great, my friends. There's 1,200 of us here this morning. Funniest village on the internet, my friends. Population, you and I. It's early. I'm a little tired, but got a busy day today. Well, I don't have a busy day. Got a busy evening tonight, folks. The Seatle Kraken are in town against the Calgary Flames. I work for the Calgary Flames. Not a hockey player, of course. I'm an usher in the building. But that's what I'll be doing tonight. It's going to be busy, and well, let's hope Calgary kicks some butt tonight. We are chasing the final playoff spot in the West, and we're doing pretty good. It's just there's some other competition out there too. So that's what I'm doing today. And you know, thinking back on yesterday, the only thing I remember doing that was maybe a little productive was I went out and bought a new computer monitor, which I discussed on the video yesterday. I kind of came to the conclusion that's what I was going to do. Well, apparently that's all I did. I can't think of anything else aside from sitting around, hanging out with Wendy and watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. I'm drawing a blank, my friends. So that's what I did yesterday. I went out and bought a computer monitor. Nothing exciting. What are you folks doing today, though? I'd love to hear about what you're doing today. I want to hear about what you did yesterday. I'd like to hear about what you're doing tomorrow. Feel free to share whatever you want. I'd love to hear about your days, folks. I'm not trying to pry. I'm just kind of curious. And you know what? Michelle Finnerty has sent some great photos of some great walks she's gone over the past few days. So I'm going to show those photos right there. These look fantastic, don't they? This one here was from, I believe this was submitted on the 22nd, and probably from a walk on the 21st. That's amazing. Like a horseshoe crab. Come on, that's kind of cool. And horses in the same walk. That's awesome. And if one side of me is the prairies, the other side of me is the Rocky Mountains, so I see horses and stuff like that, but I don't see horseshoe crabs ever. So that is awesome. Your next walk, that's also some gorgeous photos there. Look at that. Some sheep. Beautiful dog. Is that your dog? Your dog is very handsome or pretty, whatever, whether it's a boy or a girl, it doesn't really matter. Really good looking dog, Michelle. Thank you so very much for sharing those photos. That's awesome. I really appreciate it, Michelle. Come on, folks, send in your photos. Let us know what you're doing during the day. If you want to share it, we want to see it, and we'll talk about it tomorrow possibly. All right, well, I think right now is a portion of the video where we showcase some great posts from some great folks like you. Now I've got posts from Rose Glad and from Eve Cusac-Seale or Seatle. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Please correct me, Eve. Now, Eve, I shared one of her posts yesterday. I'm not playing favorites. I'm playing funniest is what it is. These are the things that made me laugh. So we're going to start off with Rose Glad's post. And this one is one that made me laugh years ago, and it makes me laugh today. Bringing it up right now. I'm a huge fan of The Far Side. I always have been. And this has always been one of my favorite ones. It really has. Oh, man, this one always makes me laugh. Thank you so very much, Rose. Absolutely love it. Love The Far Side, folks. Now, the next one is from Eve Cusac-Seale. It's another cartoon-style post. Love it. Makes me laugh. Bringing it up right now. I just saw this one this morning. Still making me laugh a little bit. These are not fake little... It's true. Made me laugh. Makes you laugh now. I love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Rose. Those are two fantastic posts. And folks, I want to share your posts too, you know. I really do. What do you got to do to get your posts shared? Just keep posting. Flood us with your posts. Bury us in posts, my friends. And make sure they're funny. If it's funny and it makes me laugh, that's how you get my attention. That's how I decide what goes up here. I know you see the same names quite often. You know, that's because those folks are just posting amazing stuff and posting a lot of it. So I want to feature yours too. But you gotta make me aware of it. You gotta make me laugh, friends. Just keep sharing, and I'm gonna keep looking for new posts every day, and I look for different people to share. I think I'm having some camera problems here, folks. But keep sharing your stuff. Keep sharing your stuff, my friends. That's how we get awesome. We get awesome through your posts. And the more posts you have, the better we are. And you know what? The more folks we have in here, the better we are too. So What does that mean? It means we want to get more people in the group, my friends. We've got 1,200 amazing folks. I want to add another 1,000. I want to get to 2,200. I have a contest saying if we get to 2,200 folks by the 11th of April, we're going to give out a t-shirt, and then we're going to give out a shirt to the person who referred the most folks. I don't know if we're going to hit 2,200 folks by April 11th. Might have been a little too ambitious, but still going to aim for it. If I have to push the time frame back a little bit, I will. But let's get us to 2,200 folks, and then let's get us to 4,200 folks, and let's get us to 10,000 folks. You know, let's get this ball rolling. Let's get the momentum going. We can do it. This group is so amazing, and there's a lot of people out there, folks. So let's get the ball rolling. Let's make this the greatest group. This is the greatest group. Let's make this the greatest and biggest group out there. So we can do it, my friends. I know we can. We do have that contest. I want to give you a shirt, and I want to give somebody at random a shirt. So get your friends in here, folks. Let's grow. Let's grow fast. Let's grow huge. Well, we got here reasonably quick, haven't we? Let's see. We told you what the time was, where I am. Then I told you what the date was on both sides of the planet. Hello, Melbourne. And then we discussed my day today and my lazy day yesterday. Holy smokes. Then we talked about what's happening in your days, folks. I really hope you all have a fantastic day today. Michelle Finnerty shared a couple of photos from some walks over the past few days. Fantastic photos, Michelle. Love it. Keep them coming in. Share what you want, folks. I want to hear about your days too. I didn't talk about Rose Glad today. Rose said she was really tired recently, so she's been resting up a lot. Hopefully you've been re-energized a little bit. Hopefully the sun's helping you out there, and I hope you have a great day, Rose. Hope you're feeling better, and looking forward to hear about the pooch when the pooch happens. Don't rush anything. Make sure you're happy and healthy, Rose. So yes, so we talked about our days. And then we shared some fantastic posts. Speaking of Rose, we shared a post from Rose, and we shared a post from Eve Cusac-Seale. That's Rose Glad, Eve Cusac-Seale or Seal. I'm not sure. Sorry, Eve. But those were great posts. They both made me laugh. Both kind of similar, being single frame comics, which I like a lot. First one was Far Side. I believe the second was Bizarro. I could be wrong on that. But they were great posts. Really appreciate it. And don't forget, share your posts, my friends. That's how we get great. Share the group too, my friends. But that brought us to right here. And then when we get right here, I'm pretty sure it's time for the bad jokes. What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals? Philippe Fallope. Where I work, I got 400 people underneath me, bragged Bill to the man next to him at the bar. Really, replied the man next to him at the bar. Where do you work? At a cemetery, said Bill. Why can't dinosaurs clap their hands? Because they're extinct. I gave my handyman a to-do list, but he only completed jobs 1, 3, and 5. Turns out he only does odd jobs. My dog once ate all the Scrabble tiles. For 3 days he left little messages around the yard. I was watching a play when an actor fell through the floorboards. Turns out he was just going through a stage. Scientists have discovered the first fossilized dinosaur fart. They're calling it a blast from the past. I can't believe I got arrested for impersonating a politician. I was just sitting around doing nothing. I keep having this recurring dream about a horse in full armor. Actually, it's sort of a nightmare. How do you get in touch with a penguin? You give him a wing. Thanks for coming back for the jokes, folks. Oh my gosh, I really do enjoy that joke segment. I mean, it is the most work that I do for the video. It really is. And it's worth it. It's worth it because I know folks are coming back for them. And, you know, I love the fact that, you know, Rose Glad comes back for those jokes, and Melissa Carnahan likes the jokes, and Michelle Finnerty likes the jokes, and I'm guessing David likes the jokes, David Knapp, because David's been providing me with a lot of them. 4 of those jokes today are from David Knapp. Thank you so very much, David. I love it when you send in jokes. It really makes the preparation for the joke portion of the video a lot easier, and it is the toughest portion, as I just said a minute ago. But it's easier when I've got jokes to tell. The part of the tough part is doing the research, finding jokes to tell you folks. And when you send me in your jokes, it makes it easier. David Knapp sends in jokes on a regular basis, and I want to tell your jokes too, friends. Send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. There's going to be a link up in the notes there. You see it on the screen right here, but you can't click it. I want to tell your jokes. I really do. If they're good jokes, I'm going to tell them. If they're bad jokes but funny, I'm going to tell them. And you're going to get credit. I promise you. If I use one of your jokes, I'm going to tell the world that I used your joke. I'm not going to steal your joke, my friend. And you know what? Every day, penguin joke. Send me some penguins, folks. Not the animals, not the birds. I want some penguin biscuits. They come from the UK. I want to pay for them. I want to buy some. Why? Because I can't get them here, and each one has a penguin joke on it. I live in Canada. This is not a product that is sold here normally. So if you live in the UK or have a friend in the UK, please contact me. You can contact me at admin@wellithoughitwas.com. That's admin@wellithoughitwas.com. And let's set up some kind of cookie deal. That's right. I want to buy some penguin biscuits. I gotta get them from the UK. So if you're in the UK or have a friend in the UK, please come on, talk to me. Let's set this up. It should be simple. I've been asking for months. I'm obviously not reaching anyone from the UK, but you know what? I don't know what to do. And another idea, which I talk about every day, those penguin biscuits are made by McVitie's. That's that logo that's right there. That's right, McVitie's, which is owned by Platus. You know, I tell your jokes every day, the jokes that are on your biscuits. And I tell the world how great these little chocolate biscuits are. I love them. They taste great. See? Just did it right there. Why don't you sponsor my joke video? That's right. This little bit in this video, that's my joke segment, is also a standalone video on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And you know what? We're starting to get some traction there, folks. And we'll get more traction with your help, McVitie's. You know, you sponsor the joke video. I'm going to take off that not sponsored by. If you want, I'll even try and find a penguin hat to wear while telling the penguin jokes in those videos. I want to work with you, and you should want to work with me because I'm a good guy. I really am. And I'm easy to work with, and it's going to be cheap. Why? Because you get in early. I know I don't have a great viewership right now, but it's growing, and it's going to grow faster with your help, McVitie's. So hop on board and contact me. Contact me at admin@wellithoughitwas.com. That's admin@wellithoughitwas.com. Contact me, McVitie's. We can make something happen. Something great. All right, enough of that stupidity or silliness, however you want to call it. But it's only stupid if it doesn't work. Well, so far it's been stupid. Folks, I'm going to ask you for two favors, and I do it every day. First favor, if you can, if you have the opportunity and it's an appropriate time, try to make somebody laugh today. When you make somebody laugh, you always improve their day. If they're having a bad day, it's way better. If they're having a good day, it's better too. Why? Because they're laughing. Laughing heals. Laughing makes you feel good. And you can do it. You're an amazing person, and making somebody laugh is an amazing thing. You helped us build this amazing group. You can make somebody laugh, my friends. You're already doing it with your posts here. So try to do it when you're out and dealing with people in the real world. Second favor, same kind of thing. You're just as important as anyone else. Please try to find something that makes you laugh today, my friend. Please do it. If something makes you laugh, that's a great thing. You've done me a favor. And you know, if it's particularly funny, why don't you share it with us? Let us know what made you laugh today. If it's from the group, maybe just put a little preface on resharing. So yes, this has been shared here before, but I want you to know that this made me laugh today. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to see it. Comment on the video if you want. If something made you laugh today in particular and you think it's really funny, share it with us. We're all about the funny, right? Come on. Laugh and make somebody laugh, and you've done me the favors. A little bit uncomfortable, my friends, but I'm going to go through it anyways. We have a donation page. That's right. Take a look right there. There's a QR code. There's a link down below here. There is a clickable link in the notes. What is this donation page for? Hey, I spend a lot of time on this group, more than you would think, and probably more than that's healthy. But why do I do it? I want to keep this group amazing. I want this group to grow, and I want to keep it, free of scammers and politics and religion. We just want it to be funny. That takes a lot of time. If you want to help out, we do have that donation page, and that brings you to a PayPal page where you're asked for $2, $3, or $5, my friends. $2, $3, or $5, and that's Canadian dollars. So if you're in the States, it is significantly less than $2, $3, or $5 because your dollar's worth more than ours. It's just economics. So it could be like pocket change because $2 Canadian right now is something like $1.67. So what a bargain! You get to help us out, and you're not even spending $2. If your $5 is going to be like what? Just barely $4, folks. So if you do want to help us out, folks, any donation is going to be appreciated, and 50% of all donations will go to the Calgary Humane Society. Along those same lines, we've got a great store, my friends. You see me drinking coffee from this coffee cup. Well, I got a new one coming, and the new one's got even nicer design on it. So this looks great. The new one looks better, and you're going to see it in a couple days, my friends. I'm going to show it off right here while I sip my coffee while we talk in one of our videos. That's a 15-ounce coffee cup. That's almost 2 cups of coffee, so you don't have to get up a whole bunch of times to refill. You know what? It's a great coffee cup. It looks great. It's going to look great in your hands. We also have T-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve shirts. You just got to take a look right there, my friends. There they are right there. They look awesome too. Multiple colors. The hoodie, holy smokes, the hoodie feels like a hug, my friend. It's so soft on the inside. It's just amazing. This is the original 3/4 sleeve shirt. The new one looks better. It doesn't have this white line at the top. Don't worry about that. This was the original, the very first one to come off the line. And that was my design issue that caused. The new one looks fantastic. Once again, multiple colors. We got a tote bag right here. Take a look. That's Rose Glad with her tote bag, my friends. Amazing. That's right. We got an iPhone phone case right there. Yes, we do. Folks, what am I saying? I'm saying we got a store. I think the products look fantastic, and I think they're going to look good on you, and every purchase helps us out too. So visit the store, my friends. Check it out. If there's something that you like and something you purchase, I want to hear about it. Share a photo of you with holding up your coffee cup or in your shirt or your hoodie or flashing that phone case or carting around that tote bag. We want to see you in our products, and we want to know what you think of them. I think they look great. I've had some great feedback from folks who have purchased our stuff. And if you purchase something, I want to hear your feedback too. I really do. I want to make sure that the quality's there. I like what we're selling. Do you like what we're selling, folks? So we've got to the end of the video, my friends. Yes, we have. I got to start wrapping it up. Why? Because, well, I'm going to start repeating myself, and you already know that. One thing I am going to repeat is, you know what? 1,200 beautiful folks like you and I, my friends. Do I wish there was more people here? Absolutely. But am I happy with the 1,200 folks that are here? You better freaking believe it. There are 1,200 amazing people. Like, look what's being posted every day, right? It's great. It's great content. And it's great content because of the great folks like you. And I really appreciate that. 1,200 folks, I'm going to keep saying it. Funniest village on the internet. Population, you and I. We're funny people in a funny place. And we are making people laugh, you know? And that was the whole point of everything I've been doing. Is trying to make people laugh. I'm not trying to get attention. Although that happens. Obviously, I'm making a stupid video, right? I'm obviously trying to get some attention. But that's not the point of the groups or anything. The point was just to make people laugh. And it's working great. And I want to make more people laugh, and we can't do that without growing. So I am confident that we're going to grow, and I'm confident that we can get more people in the group. I think I've got 4 or 5 people to join since I started the little contest back on March 11th. That's the contest going to the 11th of April in the hopes of getting 2,200 people. I'm not sure we're going to hit 2,200 people by April 11th. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. But if we don't, I'll extend that contest or maybe alter it a little bit so it's a little more attainable. But I think we have that potential. You know, we can definitely build up our base again. We got a lot of ground to cover if I want to get back to what the other group was at. But you know what? Let's just make this group as good as we can, as amazing as we can. It already is that. It's good. It's amazing. But let's just make it grow, my friends. I think we can. I think we can get it up there. You know, and if you have ideas to help the group grow, I would love to hear it, my friends. I'm open to listening. I really am. Send your ideas to admin@wellithoughitwas.com if you got any ideas on how we can grow. I don't know of any special formula. I didn't do anything special for the other group that got stolen for us. They got up to 600,000. I just kept doing the same thing every day. Maybe that's it. Maybe we'll just keep doing the same thing every day. But if you do have any ideas for promotions or where we can boost the group, I definitely want to hear your ideas, my friends. So send them in. So I really do think it is time that we wrap up the video. I know I started that already. So folks, I am going to be here again tomorrow. I promise you I'm going to be here again tomorrow. I mean, unless something crazy happens, right? But so far so good. Since I started these videos, I haven't missed a single day. We're well over 100. I think we're probably at 150 or whatever. But I'm going to be here again tomorrow, my friends. I'm hoping you're going to be here. I hope we have a few new people. And if we don't, you know what? I'm happy just making these videos for you. Why? Because you're awesome. You really are. Folks, see you again tomorrow. All the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I I thought it was funny.
Well, 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 I thought it was funny.
That was funny.